You are looking live at RSG Arena at Dunellen, The Rock, where the New Jersey Rockets U19 AA girls, Rockets Black, are getting set to take on the New York Islanders for the second time this season. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo, glad to bring you the action from The Rock on for what for many people is an NFL Sunday. The Giants and the Jets have bagged wins already, and probably most of the people who are watching are Giants and Jets fans, one or the other. But now it's time for girls hockey. These two teams met in the opener, at least for the Rockets, probably for the Islanders in terms of the regular schedule non-tournament. And that one went to the Rockets 2-1. And that was at Eisenhower Park at the New York Islanders of the NHL, their practice facility, a wonderful facility to see a game and to film a game or to stream it. And right back here at The Rock, it's all about the ice and the ice surface and the teams that are playing on it. The Rockets will be wearing their home white uniforms. They have black patches across the shoulders and the neck. They have black numerals on the jerseys with red trim, and the Rockets logo across the chest is in red, and there's a black stripe beneath it, kind of like the way the Montreal Canadiens have a stripe that stretches across the front and back of the jersey and underneath the crest in the front and underneath the numbers in the back. They wear black pants, white socks with black stripes and gray trim. There's an R that also has some yellow on the front, at the front where the shin pads are on the socks. That's enough description of them as they huddle up over there. The Islanders, you could see, are wearing the uniforms that the New York Islanders of the NHL wear, with the exception of the white helmets. That makes it look a little bit different. And today they're in their road blue scheme with the familiar orange and white stripes at the bottom. The blue pants with the orange stripes and white trim, white numbers with orange trim. Blue socks with thick orange stripes and white trim at the bottom of those. The Rockets will field nearly a full lineup, but not quite. Still missing Kirsty Kamerkar, who was with us yesterday as the Rockets nearly pulled off a miraculous comeback, and they fell 4-3 to the New Jersey Colonials. They were losing 4-0 in that game and rallied like a house of fire to get it to 4-3. Grace Ulrich had a breakaway. She was stopped. Luisa Rizzo was right behind her, and if that puck had dribbled out, it would have been 4-4. Nevertheless, the Rockets 7-2 for the season as Emma Lacey patriates the goal to our right. PJ Jacobus takes her first faceoff as captain. Liftoff, period one. Islanders banging around the far side boards. Lauren Fox picks it up, sends it up the near side. It's kept in by McGee. They'll move it toward the middle. Menachillo will pick it up. Here comes Hope, 48, up the left wing. She'll gain the line on the left side, can't maintain control. Gets a little help late, looking for Hansen down low. Francesca gets it, turns, spins, centers it. It goes through a few people, a couple from both teams. Isles will break it out here, and marching in on goal, and a backhand save off a backhand shot and a right pad save, maybe even a right skate save by Lacey, who checks with the referee after that. Hansen gains the blue line and sends it in as the Rockets change. Nieves and Ulrich with Connolly up front. Redmond on right D, Matone on left. They battle for it below the end line. Nieves trying to center it. She's pinned up against the boards there, getting a little help from Ulrich, who tries to dig it out, but the Islanders are the ones to pick it up, and they'll move it up the near side boards. Their captain, I'll try to get her name if the pair will cooperate. Wong, 28. The captain of the Islanders had moved that one out. They dump and change. Connolly back into her own zone to try to pick it up off the wing. Can't do it. Islanders centering feed, and it just goes under the stick of 34. Ulrich will pick it up in front of her bench, send it forward, jump off for a change. Jacobus and Rizzo jump out, Nieves jumps off. Connolly still down low. Matone has to retreat back into her own end. Foot race, she's going to win. Rizzo shields off a couple of Islanders and allows Jacobus to hustle in after it. It's sent up the near side boards. Rizzo tried to bunt it down, and that's why there's no icing. It was shot just over her stick. She didn't really have a chance at it. Probably could have been an icing, but they let it go. Rockets move it out of their own zone, but not with possession, as Cook steps out there, and the ref takes a spill. And no Bronx cheers for the ref right there. Everybody, it's still early, so they want the ref on their side. 14:35 left first period. Glad you're joining us from Dunellen, New Jersey, where the Rockets are taking on the New York Islanders. Larissa Rizzo there, tries to move it forward. Johnson gets it off the feed from McGee. Somebody gets stumped over there. It was Bruno standing up Johnson. It comes up the near side boards. Johnson stepped into it, picked it off. Rizzo denies the pass to the wing, and that allows Cook to pick off the pass to the point. Cook's going to get it. She sends it for Rizzo, just a little too strong, but Ulrich speeding over there to try to get it. Islanders are the ones to turn it back. Cook jumps off for the change. Rizzo and Ulrich will probably do so once the puck comes into a better part of the ice for them to do so. Fox, 34, sends it up, just gets it past Johnson as Rizzo tips it forward and hustles off for a change for Menichello. Fox back in her own end. Off the boards to Hansen, who's going to go to Menichello on the near side wing. Hope gets through one. Hope top of the circle, wrist shot knocked away. It looked like McGee got the stick blade on it. Goes to the far side corner, 2 Islanders over there, and it is Jacobus who was able to knock it away from one. The Islanders will send it down for an icing. Whistle and a stoppage of play, 13:22 left first period. Islanders in the blue, Rockets in the white and black, no score. Anthony Matone and Bob Ulrich doing the scoreboard and official scoring for us today, so we thank them and like to acknowledge them. Jacobus on the dot, Nieves in the slot, Connolly over there on the right wing was battling for it but couldn't get to it. Comes out of the zone, Matone's going to pick it up there at the center ice logo. Sent in by Cardo. Goes around the end boards, whiffed on it. Was Redmond, but gets a little help from Jacobus, looking for Nieves. She chips it forward. Cece has Connolly with her. Jacobus peels off for a change. Nieves up the left wing, looking for Connolly in the middle. She sends it toward the net, but it's steered aside. Ulrich picks it up, looking to go back to the point. Redmond's going to try to send this one through traffic, and does. It goes just wide. Nieves was trying to get in there on the back door. Ulrich was trying to redirect it. Nobody got a piece. It goes along the end boards, now all the way to the far corner. Grace Ulrich meets 2 Islanders over there. Redmond tried to knock that one away with her hip. Matone, she will get back first, and she's hounded by 26. It's a long name, I'll try to get it. Rizzo and Ulrich breaking out 2-on-2, maybe 2-on-3. Ulrich steers to the outside, sends it to the middle. Rizzo got a stick on it, but couldn't get it all the way at the net. Rizzo was streaking down the middle. She was marked, but she got a pick on it. Oh boy, I'm gonna need one of the parents to help me out with 26's name. Woof, that's a beaut right there. I'm usually pretty good with names, and sometimes if I get the rosters ahead of time, I'll do it. Rizzo will chip it past McGee, and she has a 2-on-1 if she gets to it first. Hockman, it looks like, was able to get there. Islanders can't play it. They send it toward their own bench and have to ignore it over there because of the change. So good job by the Islanders paying attention and not playing the puck, because that would have been too many men on the ice. The Rockets had 2 of those penalties at the beginning of Saturday's game against the Colonials, and they have come out much sharper in this one. 11:35 left first period, no score from the Rock. Joe Rizzo with you, and I know we have our usual contingent of Rockets supporters and a bunch from the Islanders side tonight, so we welcome them as Emma Lacey sticks that shot from the point to the far corner. So welcome Islanders, welcome Rockets. It's your daughter, your niece, your granddaughter, your great-granddaughter, your sister, your friend, or if you're watching on demand yourself. We're glad that you are checking it out, and we want you to subscribe, and then whenever these two teams play, if you're from the Islanders side, if you're from the Rockets side, anytime the Rockets are playing, you'll get an alert if you hit the alerts button. And when you subscribe and you jump on YouTube, you might get one of those videos coming up in your feed. Ulrich on the dot, can't win it. Nieves on the left wing, Connolly on the right. Ulrich's going to steam in over the right wing side, and she'll take it into the far side corner. Skates past it. I think that's Smith that grabbed it and sent it up. Now they move it through into neutral ice to the Islanders, courtesy of numbers 34 and 87. Matone gets to it first, chips it toward the near side boards. A lot of company over there. Connolly tries to soccer it forward. Wong got a piece of it, the captain, and sent it down low. Up the near side boards, they battle. A little difficult to see at the Rock. The Rock has great vantage points for when you see this stuff happening right in neutral ice and at either end in front of the nets. It gets a little dicey sometimes along the side boards at the near side, because the fans are hanging over and getting a real good look at the game. It's sent down low to Connolly, who sends it for Redmond between the points. Didn't have a shot, so she sends it to the far side. Ulrich, who's looking for somebody, maybe Rizzo, streaking down the middle on the change. No icing on that because the Rockets sent it down themselves. Matone will be the first to get it. She's looking deep for Rizzo. Islanders do make the change, but Rizzo gets it at center ice. Tried to spin, lost it, but Redmond fields it back. Banks it off the boards. Calvi's going to pick it up at the right point over to Johnson. Jacobus tried to swipe it away. Eventually Cook's going to get to it. Cook tries to shovel it forward. A slew of Rockets over there and a couple of Islanders as well. Eventually it comes out. Redmond shovels it forward to Rizzo, but just a millimeter too strongly, and it's sent down by the Islanders for an icing. Whistle and a stoppage of play. 9:21 left first period. No score from the Rock. If this is your first time watching hockey, we're glad you're with us. Jacobus on the dot, Cook in the slot, Rizzo battling for it and gets it over to Fox. Goes down low for Rizzo. It hit a weird spot on the boards right there. They got to check those boards. That's where the Zamboni enters and exits the ice, and it looks like it's probably closed enough, but the boards look like they're going to give a funny bounce over there. It's hard to see on the video, but I could see it with the naked eye. It looks like it's not seamed perfectly at the moment. Cook grabs it, tries to get it down low. Bruno steps into it, gets help from Fox. Ulrich streaks through the middle. It's kept in deftly by Fox with the backhand. Cook gets by one. Cook to the dot. Cook wrist shot. It's deflected just wide. Rizzo shovels it at the net, and it's knocked off its moorings with the sliding goaltender coming to this side. Springholtz, I think, is the name. I had one of the Islander parents helping me before. But see, the problem is if I have notes and I try to write them down, I need my reading glasses, and, well, when I'm watching the game, I'm watching it with my eyes. I'm just having the camera follow along, so. Islanders move it in, get down low, wrist shot, it goes wide. She just didn't get the juice on it that she wanted, and Lacey was there with the glove, but she didn't even have to use it. Ulrich hustles down, backhand, it hits the post! It hit the far post and went through a one-timer! What a save by Lacey with the blocker! A 5-star save for number 7. Emma Vezina, Emma Lacey. Boy, one of the Islanders had the goal celebration all set up. It's the one who's in the face-off circle. A one-timer all alone on the back door, and somehow Lacey got the blocker on it and deflected it into the protective netting above the glass. Jacobus picks it up. She will skate it into neutral ice. She's got Connolly on the left wing and Nieves down the middle. Chips past one, heading at the net with his head of steam. Shot goes wide. She had Connolly on the far side. Battled for in the near side corner. They'll fight for it over there. Islanders are going to move it out. Boy, I really want to get that name pretty bad because she's had the puck a lot and she deserves the props. It goes to the far side. Nieves hustling, can't win it. Jacobus bounces it back. Redmond sends it forward, but just a little too strong, and it's going to be an icing. Whistle and a stoppage of play. 7:22 left, period 1, no score. Good chances for both teams. Probably the Islanders have had a little bit better in terms of quality, and on the scoreboard it says they have 5 shots to 2. Comes to the point. Rizzo's going to try to get around one. Hustling back to get it was McGee. Rizzo steals it from her, gets it into the zone. Looked like she was onside. She had the puck with her. Rockets still hoping to get Kirsty Comercar back in the lineup, and our other familiar face, if you're watching the comments on the live stream, Harry Alice Markland, who's been a spectacular goalie for the Rockets early on this season. Taking a little rest and cheering on. Oh, there's a big hit right there, and that's going to put Wong in the box for a while. Matone sends it forward for Rizzo. Rockets on the delayed penalty. And let's see, it just didn't look like a 2 and 10 or anything like that. Just a big hit by Wong, the captain, 28. I'll be surprised if they put a 2 and 10. You never know. You always have to see. You have to. The first thing you look for if it's going to be a 2 and 10 is they send somebody else in addition to the offending player into the box. It's not, and I agree with the call. So Ari Alice Markland taking a rest, hoping to feel a little bit better soon. We need her back in there, and she and Emma Lacey have been a spectacular tandem for the Rockets this year in their 7-2 start. Rockets on the power play now. Bruno sends it through, down low for Hansen. She turns, shoots, it goes wide. Jacobus wasn't quite yet at the back door. Fox keeps it in at the point in front of Calvi. Hansen backhands it down low. Minichello was trying to get to it but couldn't quite get there before it was covered. 15 seconds into the first power play of the game. No score, Rockets and Islanders. Hansen on the dot, Minichello in the slot, Jacobus on the near side wing. It comes out to Fox at the point, can't get it through traffic as Calvi knocked it down. Smith powers it to the far side corner, trying to get a little help there. Hansen's going to slog through and kick it down low, but it goes back to Smith. It comes to the point, Bruno's going to step in, chip it back, and the Rockets will try to do it all again. Smith gets it, curls behind her own net, but just sends it right to Fox, although Fox can't handle it. So Fox will skate back into her own end, use the defense pair to get it back out and up the far side wing to Hansen, who sends it forward but can't get it in as it was stepped out of the zone. Hustling on is Ulrich. Minichello's down the slot, but Smith turns her body and steers her off of it, gains possession. Minichello picks it off, stuff shot, left pad save, and it comes out and gets cleared. Bruno tries to send it down through traffic. Minichello picks it low, shot deflected, glove save, loose over there, dives with the dexterity of a lizard and covers it up behind the end line. That net is just not in very tightly. Every time she's moving around back there, she's either rattling it or knocking it off. That's a big advantage to the goalie because if it gets knocked off, they can blow the whistle and sometimes nullify a scoring chance. 45 seconds on the power play for the Rockets, a new unit out there. Matone at the point, hustling to try to keep it in, can't do it, so she'll retreat it, and it goes back into her own zone where Kira Redmond's going to pick it up. Redmond turns, sends it up, was looking for Ulrich. It goes past an Islander stick, and it's going to be an icing. So the Rockets ice the puck on the power play, and just so you know, icing's in effect in all situations at all times at this level. So if the Islanders had done that, and despite the fact they're shorthanded, they would be called for icing and the faceoff would go back into the defensive zone. Rockets win the faceoff. Markland tries to handle it. Markland, geez, I'm looking at Ari Ellis's comments. I got Markland on the mind. Here comes Nieves. She's got Connolly with her. Comes down the middle, sends it to Nieves a little too strong. Centering feed kicked away. Sent up the far side. Redmond got a piece of it. So Lacey's going to come out and stop it because there's no icing. Power play was killed off by the Islanders. And it is a 0-0 game. Greenholtz was moving it in. Had it for a moment. Greenholtz had the best chance of the game. She had a one-timer on the back door at the far side, and Lacey made a spectacular save. We'll be hard-pressed to see a better one this season. Although, I never sell the Rockets goalies short, because they amaze me many times a game. Puck comes to Cook. She sends it forward for Rizzo, but it goes under the stick. She got a piece, so it slowed the puck down enough to negate icing. Cook trying to battle for it. Ulrich looks to pick it off. Ulrich gets it. She's got Rizzo in front. If she gets a little puck luck and it doesn't roll to her, so Grace comes back, tries to interrupt the breakout. Rizzo on the near side, scoops it, turns, sends it, tries to get it deep, gets it down to the corner, picks it off again. Ulrich sweeps through. Ulrich shoveled it toward the net. Cook was over there, but not in the right position to really grab the puck. Battled for on the far side boards. Bruno over there. Cook picks it up, thought about the backhand, but just elects to keep it along the wall wisely because there were only Islanders there. Moving it out now is Smith, but Ulrich knocked it away. Smith versus Fox. Fox knocks it away once. Fox forces her into the corner. Smith curls after slamming on the brakes, but Ulrich picks off the pass right toward the center. Sent up the far side wall. Hansen's going to get it, dump it. The Rockets will continue their change and complete it on the back end. 9 versus 9. Jacobus picks it up. Jacobus to the dot. Jacobus sharp angle shot, gloved and held. PJ was looking to open the scoring right there. I couldn't even hear the whistle. It was gloved down. Crowd and the fans kind of loud today, and you really dig that. I do. 2:47 left, period 1. Rockets and Islanders scoreless. 6-5 the shots in favor of the Rockets. They've had the last 4 according to the scoreboard. Kept in at the point by Matone. 89 versus 89. Peck will move it through the center ice logo, send it down, and fall over the numbers or the letters. The oldest adage in hockey, you tripped over the blue line, you tripped over the logo. Far circle, Redmond picks it up off of Peck's attempt, looking for time and space, fires it high off the glass, but it comes to McGee. She gets it all the way through traffic. Peck let it go through wisely, and Lacey makes the left pad save and covers up. Down to 2:04 in a scoreless first period from Dunellen, New Jersey. Ulrich on the dot. Nieves and Connolly in the slot. It comes to McGee. Wrist shot was knocked down by Ulrich. Bunted forward by Bruno. Connolly sends it to Nieves, who, if she was lefty, she probably would have been able to grab that pass on the forehand and hustle up the wing. But as a righty, sometimes it's a little more difficult. Ulrich tried to grab that and get off to the races, but McGee won the one-on-one. This comes back into the defensive end where Fox grabs it, shakes a player off, and turns. Nieves powering it up the near side point, but can't keep it in as McGee was there. Just out of picture. Wong is going to pick this up, tries to get it through traffic, gets through one. Wrist shot fired wide on the far side. Fox picks it up, chips it for Connolly. Connolly tries to send it forward, but can't get it out. Shin padded away by Ulrich, fired off the end boards, and it comes out over the line in the right side of Emma Lacey's vision, so she covers it up. Scoreboard says 1:11 left. The shots say 6-6. The score 0-0. The Rockets and the Islanders. Thanks for joining us. Spread the word. Rizzo off to the races. Here goes Rizzo. Smith trying to catch her from behind. She shoots. Left shoulder save on the breakaway. Rizzo busted out of the zone and got the breakaway, but couldn't put it home. Centering feed knocked away. Rizzo was looking for Jacobus over there. Jacobus picks it up, sends it back deep. Smith is going to try to hustle back to get it. Rizzo's going to look to meet her on the other side, but forces her the other way. Cook's going to pick it off. Cook low angle shot, couldn't get it off. Smith blocked it away. Sent up toward the point, they do get it out. Redmond tries to send it for Matone, but the Islanders stepped in there. Sent at the net, right pad saved by Lacey, who steered it away. Under 30 seconds left in a scoreless first period. The Rockets nearly broke it open on the scoring table as Luisa Rizzo, you see right there in the logo, had a breakaway. Shook off the defender, got her shot off, and a big save to keep it 0-0. Wrist shot, Lacey redirects it with the right pad, trying to get Ulrich out. Cook has 3 seconds, 2, 1, time's gonna expire, and we end the first period 0-0. The shots on goal, 8-8. The best chances, there you see number 17 on your left, Greenholtz. She got wide open alone on the back door, and a feed came through. She one-timed it. She wasn't the only one who thought it was going in, but Emma Lacey decided it wasn't, and she somehow got the blocker over there and deflected it away from the crossbar and over the glass on the back end. Then here, just into the final minute of the first period, the Rockets with a defensive zone draw. Luisa Rizzo got sprung on the breakaway. Smith hustled back. Rizzo shrugged her off, got off a good shot, but it was a left shoulder save by number 78 in blue. The Islanders goalie patriates the goal to our right. Emma Lacey with a big first period as her goaltending tandem mate watches here on YouTube. Nieves on the dot, Hansen on the right side, Minikillo on the left. Liftoff, period 2. Bruno on right D, Fox on left. Rockets get it into the offensive zone, but only for a moment as Peck sends it down. 34 against 34. A lot of these numbers matching up today. 9 versus 9, 34 versus 34, 89 versus 89. Bruno steers it away from the dot on the defensive end. That was centered, and Fox lifted a stick. Otherwise, we might have had the first goal of the game. Minikillo comes right down Broadway, sends it through Hansen's legs, but they get it into the zone. She steers it down low for Minikillo, looking for somebody in front. Nieves tries to shovel it to the middle. Hansen had it, but couldn't quite corral it over there. Tried to knock it down with the left skate. Couldn't do it. Minikillo tries to keep the puck in, but McGee thinks otherwise. Peck was the intended recipient of that pass, but it hit a weird patch of ice and skipped over her stick. Sent back down in by the Islanders. They're going to call the icing right there. Bruno was there, but she wasn't quite as close to the boards as she would have been for them to wave off the icing. So the puck was fired down right along the boards. Bruno was close, but she was still about 2 feet away, so she didn't have a real chance. Ulrich on the dot, Rizzo in the slot, Connolly on the right wing. It comes to Rizzo. She was looking to send it to the points, but had a better opportunity, so she took it. Islanders trying to move it around. Peck gets through one, but it goes to the point. Matone sends it down. Rizzo curling off the boards. Wrist shot, had an Ulrich in front, who was looking for the redirection, and it went wide. It comes to the point. Redmond versus Wong. Wong's going to win that one, but Matone's going to clean it up and chip it back past the speedy Wong. Ulrich can't get it out. Vollard was over there too. Connolly is going to move it out of the zone and chip it forward. Smith is going to hustle back to get it. Chip it up the boards. It comes to the point. Matone grabs it, uses her defense partner, Kira Redmond. Doesn't make a perfect pass, but Kira always manages to get to the right place and send it forward. Rizzo over the right wing. Couldn't get around Pardo, so she dumps it and follows it. Rizzo and Cardo shoved down. Not going to be a call right there. It's clean. Centering shot or pass by Connolly. Jacobus jumps out. Redmond, wrist shot, blockered away. I don't know if it was going in, but it was close. There's a battle over there, and it sounds like the refs are saying both are going to go. Cross checks abound for Redmond and Wong. So Wong, the captain, K. Wong, goes in for the second time. Redmond, the first Rockets penalty. It will, I believe, be a 5-on-5, so we won't see time up on the clock if I expect that. If what happens, if they call it the way I expect. I see 5 Islanders and 5 Rockets out there. 14:43 is the time left in period 2. So the first whistle after 12:43, remember that, somebody mark that down at home. The first whistle after 12:33 will allow those players to exit the box. They cannot do it on the fly. They need a stoppage of play. That works to the disadvantage of the Rockets, who play with 4 defensemen, typically. And today is no different. Jacobus off the wall, sends it in front. Menichello tries to shovel it forward, can't get the stick on it. Jacobus materializes again and sends it to Matone. Centering feed, can't get it through. It comes out, and Matone's going to hustle back. There's 3 Islanders who would be there first, but 1 Jacobus as well to help out. Greenholtz picks it off at the point. She's going to try to march in, but leaves it for a teammate, and eventually Jacobus picks it up and backs it out. They're playing 5-on-5, although there are players in the penalty box, 1 from each side. Hansen tries to get it up the right side, gets through 1, comes down low, wrist shot, save, no rebound, with Menichello at the doorstep. That'll keep it 0-0. So there's been some good possession here for both teams, good puck movement in the offensive zone. Nice breakouts here. It's been a very, very even game so far, and some high-quality scoring chances for both. Ulrich on the dot. Nieves in the slot. Connolly on the right wing. Islanders win it. Nieves almost picked it off, though. Bruno steps in from her right point, knocks away 1 pass, and Nieves picks it off and heads into the offensive zone. She'll skate it around the back of the net. CC Nieves looking, turning, gets it taken away by Cardo. Cardo tries to move it up. Leon sends it forward. Could be Leon. I'm going to go with Leon, 89. Smith. Greenholtz, centering feed, knocked away by Fox. It's going to be an icing. If Lauren Fox was playing home run derby, she would have had a home run right there. She just blasted that away. So they'll reset in front of the circle to the left side of Emma Lacey, who had one of the most spectacular saves you will see all season in the first period, and is occupying the opposite goal in the second period. 13-11 left in the second, scoreless. Rizzo trying to get another breakaway. Can she outrace McGee? Rizzo, McGee will get there just first. Cook was trailing. Kept in at the point on the left side. They battle for it. Johnson comes in and moves it out of the zone. Sent at the net. Lacey lets it go to the far corner. Matone's going to pick this one up first and look for Cook. Can't quite get it to her. Vollard was there. Vollard, a lot of ping pong going on. Johnson, Vollard. Rizzo now picks it up. Leaves it for the speedy Jacobus, who has a little more head of steam for a moment. Sends it in and changes for Ulrich. Cook on the far side. Bruno steps in, tries to go back down for Cook, but she was spinning the wrong way, heading toward the puck. Bruno's going to keep it in at the point again. Now Cook's going to get this one. She'll use the body to shield. Tried to get it to the point, couldn't quite do it. Ulrich was looking to pick that one off. Johnson through center ice. Johnson over the wing on the right side. Johnson centering feed, redirected, but it goes wide. Cook's going to pick it up on the near circle, looking for Rizzo. She's 1-on-2. She has Ulrich with her, and she will skate it to the outside. Turned for a wrist shot, fanned on it for a moment, or was faking. I think she just fanned for a moment, or she was looking for Ulrich. Hansen will pick it up off the boards. Rizzo will jump off for Menichello, who will try to pick off a pass, but Instead, we'll have to hustle back. Islanders try to dump it, can't get it through. Matone up to Ulrich, 48-84. Back over to the far side, and it is offside. Referee with a nice play. Got down in perfect shortstop position, got the glove down on the ice, fielded it cleanly, and was ready to throw out the runner at first. 11:33 left, second period. It's scoreless. Wong and Redmond have exited the penalty box. And Redmond has joined the play on the ice, along with Lauren Fox, her defense partner, who touches up that puck after the icing is whistled down. Rockets will have an offensive zone draw, deciding who's going to take the draw. They mix it up sometimes regardless of positions. This time it'll be Hansen on the dot, Jacobus in the slot, Menikillo on the right side, but the Islanders win it. Reynolds, 87. Centering feed, couldn't find a home. Loose in front, Hansen couldn't quite get the front of the stick on it. She got the back and steered it close, but couldn't get one shoveling at the net. 11 minutes now left in a scoreless second period, a scoreless game in the second period. Islanders cycling it down low. Lacey knocks away the shot with the stick off of Reynolds. Reynolds tries to go down low, but it's intercepted by Redmond, who sends it out with touch. And Smith will have to retreat to go get it. Smith in her own zone. She's going to crawl back behind her goaltender, curl again, and runs into Menikillo. No check there. You can't slam on the brakes and have a player right there and have them run you over or expect a penalty. It's just incidental contact. Ulrich is going to pick that one off between the points and chip it out. It's going to go down for an icing, and the Rockets will have a moment to change cleanly here in the period of the long change. That means your forwards and your defensemen switch places on the bench. The defensemen are more towards center ice. Your forwards are more toward the offensive zone. So it makes it a little more difficult to change if you have the puck constantly in your defensive end. But when you have a whistle, you're allowed to change freely. Nieves tries to chip it out. She does. Nieves in a foot race. Nieves tries to hustle in. She gets joined by Wong, so she slams on the brakes. Nieves goes down for Ulrich, but spun her around a little too hard, and it goes all the way to the near side where Bruno bunts it back in. Ulrich's going to pick it up along the end boards, but Greenholtz is going to grab that as she had good movement on there. A lot of sauce on that pass, sent for 26, whose name I'm just dying to get. Jordan Reyes, maybe? Jordan Reyes? If somebody's watching, send one of the parents over to tell me what the names are. I'll appreciate it. I'm gonna say Reyes because that's the part that I can see. So all due respect to 26 in blue. She's having a magnificent game so far, and she has the puck half the time. She has it again, but it comes out to Nieves, who chipped it forward. Connolly tries to move it forward. That's going to come in offside as Reyes and Greenholtz couldn't wait long enough to pull the trigger. Face off outside the defensive zone of the Rockets. Jacobus will take it. She's with Cook on the near side wing, Rizzo on the far side. Rizzo had one breakaway, almost had a second. Those have been probably the Rockets, well, their best scoring chance. I don't know if they're second best. Loose puck off of Smith's back. Knocked down. Cook sent it in, was looking for Rizzo, but Smith got a piece of it. Fox turns it around and sends it into the offensive zone. But Cardo picks it up. Cardo can't chip it off the boards cleanly. Jacobus picks it off. Jacobus gets down to the middle, lost the handle. Cook at the top of the slot, looking to get it through, but just couldn't quite get the handle. Fox steps in, can't keep it in. 2-on-1 for the Islanders, but it's broken up at the line by Redmond, who forces the play offside. Leone was going to be in if that pass completed, 89. She was going to walk in, and there wasn't a Rocket east of the center line to stop her. Nevertheless, 10-10 the shots, 8:24 left second period. No score, and an icing by the Rockets will send the face-off down to the stick side circle of Emma Lacey. Ulrich on the dot, battles for it, but it comes to the point. They get it down low, wrist shot, Lacey stops it with the blocker and covers it with the catching glove, so there's no rebound. 8:12 left, second period, no score. Reynolds picks it up, shoots, big save with the heel of the glove by Lacey, and she covers it up. Reynolds picked a pocket off the face-off after she was going to win the face-off, maybe. And she got off a wicked wrister. But Lacey knocked it down and covered it. Centering feed knocked away by the backhand of Matone. Menikillo gets the stick lifted but uses the body. Blocked shot there by, looked like Matone. But the Islanders eventually send it in courtesy of Reynolds. Far side boards through a lot of traffic and not out. Islanders keep it in. Still in and now finally out by the stick of Grace Ulrich. She gets tripped right there. I think they're just going to call an offsides. I don't think they're going to call a trip. Refs haven't been too busy calling penalties. One power play so far in the game went to the Rockets. Coincidental minors for cross-checking on Wong for the Islanders and Redmond for the Rockets did not lead to a change in strength. Rockets in pursuit. Connolly picks it off. Centering feed, was looking for Nieves but couldn't connect. Comes to the part between the points. Shoveled at the net by Fox. It gets all the way through and there's a stick save. This one will go between the points and come out, and Redmond will hustle back to grab it, bank it off the board so Peck can't get it. Calvi had to wait for Peck to get out. Reynolds is going to grab it along the blue line and send it in, but Fox retrieves it and sends it up toward Connolly. Connolly pushing, trying to get her player out of the way or out of the puck. Reynolds picks it up. Hard wrist shot, redirection attempt by Peck in front. Connected, but not on net. Rockets try to break it out. Oh, Nieves gets shoved down by Calvi from behind. No call. Probably the right call. Two run into one another right there. No call, and again, I agree with the no call. It's two players running into one another. There was no check, there was no ill will, and the sticks in the hands were not high. Good no call by the refs. Ulrich in the far corner. Smith grabs it, sends it for Johnson. A little too hard. Johnson, Greenholtz, they have a 3-on-1. Bruno's the one that's back. Centering feed, Lacey interrupts it with the paddle of the stick and deflects it away. No backdoor chance for Reyes right there, and the Islanders send it in offside. Iorio Reyes, maybe. Iorio Reyes. She was there, and she was just waiting for that puck to sit down. And Lacey made sure it wouldn't. Emma with the poke check. Sometimes you don't have to poke check somebody coming at you. You can poke check it coming across. Ulrich wins the face-off there, took a push to the back of the neck, tries to skate it in. With Hansen, can't quite connect on the pass, but they get the possession. Down low for Menikillo, shoots, and there's a goal! Hope Menikillo opens the scoring with 5:44 left in the second period, and the Rockets jump out to a 1-0 lead. On their 12th shot of the game, or maybe their 13th. Ulrich got it, pushed it toward the net, found Menikillo over there, and Menikillo picked it up and fired it in from close range at the top of the crease. So the Rockets have their first lead since Friday night. And now, in terms of their games, they've scored 4 straight goals. On Saturday night, looks like there's going to be an interference call over here. And we will see who it is on. It's going to be Ulrich going to the box for interference. Didn't see it. I was looking for an offside, so maybe she stepped in where the puck wasn't and tried to force the play. If it's a penalty on the Rockets, the face-off should be in the Rocket defensive zone, and the near side referee, the one who made the great play on a fast-moving puck on a whistle, which was maybe out of picture, but he gets everyone in order. Up front, killing it off, Jacobus and Connolly. Redmond and Matone on the back line. Yoria Reyes sends it over the end line for Greenholtz, was looking to go to the point, but she'll skate it to the side of the far circle, go down low. Matone will pick it up, bank it off the boards with touch, so no icing, and just forcing the Islanders to retreat. McGee will fire it onto the near side for Hockman, who sends it for Wong, who sends it out, but Redmond picks it off. Matone gathered her business quite just in time and forced the offsides. As she got a piece of that puck, sent it off of an Islander, but there was an Islander in the zone as opposed to the one that was marching in, and it was offside. Rockets win the face-off. Connolly banks it in. They say no icing. Questionable. Probably could have called it. Greenholtz for Yorio Reyes. Nieves picks it off of the Rockets. She's up front with Connolly now. And Rizzo jumps on with Nieves. Spinning around the back line and looking to get set. Centering feed. Bunted away by Nieves. Kept in by Cardo. Kicked away by Nieves. Forces it out. Rizzo looking to steal that one. Bumps off one. Tries to steal it from Smith. Forces the turnover for Nieves. 2-on-2 shorthanded. Rizzo and Nieves, they crisscross. CC sends it off the boards with a sharp angle. Hits the brakes. Rizzo spinning in front. And there's all Islanders over there. CC ragged about 15 seconds off the clock with that effort. Comes to the far side, picked up by the Rockets for a moment as the Islanders change inside the zone, redirected away from her netminder by Matone. Islanders setting up Reynolds to Smith. Can't quite handle it. Menichello selling out to try to get it. Rizzo's going to pick it up, gain the center line. She'll keep going until somebody stops her, and she dumps it, curls away, and will hustle off for a change. Hansen jumps on. Hansen and Menichello to kill off the last four, and Ulrich will jump on right with them. So Hansen and Menichello the wings for Ulrich centering the line at the moment. Menichello picks it off. She's got the first one. Spin move. Gets to a one. Down in the slot. Leaves it for Hansen. Hansen down low. And she scores. Hope Menichello spun through like she was in a phone booth. She left it down low for Hansen, who cleaned it up at the top of the crease. So 2-0 Rockets, 3:25 left. Period 2. The Rockets have scored both of their goals from pretty much that spot, right at the top of the crease on the right side. 2-0. That's a big one because the Islanders have applied some serious pressure here, and one way to beat it back is to put some pucks in the net. They got the 0 off the board earlier, and now they double the lead. Fox up the near side for Menichello. Vollard picked it up. It's sent through. Not going to be icing because of the angle of the pass. Fox, hounded by a couple. Shakes one off, but it comes to the point. Hockman shoots it off the behind of Bruno, who just plays the man, not the puck. Sound defense, sound fundamentals. Aaron Bruno, 16 and white. Leone sends it toward the net, but Fox slugged it aside with the right skate. Centering feed, redirected nearly in front. Sent to the point. Hockman knocked off of a shin pad, hustling for it, Nieves, but sent out by McGee. She uses the slap shot, not to shoot, but to get it out of trouble. McGee pushing forward, but it pops over her head, and it will come in courtesy of Fox. Jacobus picks it up, sends it for Connolly. Wrist shot, sent it wide. Jacobus to the point. Redmond tries to get it. Somebody fell on the grenade for the Islanders. Rizzo's going to retrieve it in the corner. Stick battle over there. Redmond keeps it in at the point. Islanders push it out. 2-on-1 materializing unless Redmond can get back. Wrist shot. They gave him a gift right there. And Lacey will take that gift and wrap it up in her catching glove because there was a player, Leon, open and alone in the slot. 1:37 left, period 2. Rockets with a couple in the second have jumped to a 2-0 lead. Ping-ponged up, and Rizzo tried to spring herself on her second breakaway of the game, but Smith got the stick on it and sent it right back to Lacey, who covers it up, and we do it all again. Cook and Rizzo in the slot, and Ulrich on the dot wins it. Matone steers it off the near side boards. Cookie up for Ulrich. Rizzo can't quite connect. Greenholz picks it up for a moment, forces the play. Cookie's going to get that one in. Rizzo the first one in. She's going to see if she can meet Pardo there. And she bangs into the boards trying to push her down. Pardo moved it forward. Redmond steps in. Redmond has Riz down low. Couldn't quite corral that puck. Sent out. It's not going to be an icing, I don't think, because I don't think it's going to get there. And it didn't quite die on its end. Up the dasher. Rizzo picks it off. Tries to steer it forward. Pardo steps in. Pardo far circle on the edge. Sends it toward the middle. Cookie will bring it out. Izzy Cook for Luisa Rizzo. Gets it through the legs. Nutmeg move on Pardo. Sent in. Oh! Greenholz decks Jacobus after the whistle on the offside. Oh boy. How is that not a penalty? How is there no call right there? The whistle had blown. I mean, you have a full second right there, and she just creamed her from the back. Okay, there is the call. Greenholz is going in. I don't think Greenholz had bad intentions, but she ran right through Jacobus at the whistle. So the Rockets with their second power play of the game. They'll have an offensive zone draw. Jacobus was shaken up there, but she got back to the bench on her own power. Ulrich on the dot, wins it. Now it comes to Fox with less than 30 seconds left in the period. The Rockets a 2-0 lead, trying to make it 3 with a power play here. Ulrich retreats into her own end. Will send it over for Bruno gingerly. Hansen will get it, and she'll finally send it in. Rockets looking to connect here. Menichello off the end board, soccers it to Fox, who tries to keep it in. Islanders might have a break. Does Peck realize there's only 4 seconds? Peck in on Bruno. Peck centers it. One-timer! What a save by Lacey at the buzzer! She slid the right pad underneath on the one-timer as the shorthanded Islanders got the 2-on-1, and she swept it away and gets the hugs at center ice. What a save. Oh my goodness, she's been spectacular. If not for Lacey, this game easily would be 2-2. Somebody needs a drink of water. Yes, the players, but also this guy. I think I could practically hear the teammates Kirsty Kamerkar and Arialis Markland screaming at their devices after that save as the Rockets hold their 2-0 lead. They will carry it into the third period. The shots on goal, 15 for the Islanders, 13 for the Rockets. So 7-5 in favor of the Islanders for that period, but the Rockets score on 2 of them. Menichello first, Hansen second. They will commence period 3 with 1 minute, 24 seconds left to the power play, with the potent Greenholtz in the box. So what the Rockets would love to do is expire that power play by putting the puck in the net. But so far on the power play, the best chance has gone to the Islanders. Jacobus, who was on the end of the hit that led to the penalty, seems to be okay. And she'll take the face-off. Near side Menichello, far side Hansen. Redmond on the right, D. Matone on the left. Both goalies are ready. Liftoff, period 3. The Rockets with 80 seconds of power play time. Menichello fires it in. It goes wide, and it goes behind the end line. Peck tries to move it out, but Redmond is going to win the one-on-one and send it low to the corner. They send it to the slot. Reynolds picks it up, and she sends it out off the boards. Redmond over to Matone on the backhand, who now gets it to the forehand. Menichello up the left wing, tries to get it through one, does that, gets it down low. Wrist shot off the mask. Mask shrug save. Menichello down low, tried to go to the backhand and just lost the handle. She had the other side of the net open, and boy, it would have been spectacular if she could have handled it. That's a super high level play that Hope Menichello is trying to make there. Redmond up the near side for Menichello out of picture. Up to Hansen, she gains the line. She has Ulrich down low. Wrist shot deflected off of Cardo and goes wide. Matone sends it down low for Ulrich on the half board. Smith pushing her away. Back to Matone. Matone sends it to the slot. Redmond's going to walk it in. Redmond wrist shot. Menichello redirected, pounding it in front. Whistle and a stoppage. Couple of complaints there because the puck popped loose. Now everybody's screaming for the clock. There's still 1 second left on the power play. So here's the interesting scenario. Greenholtz is a potent offensive player. She's in the box to your right. The Islanders have 1 second to kill off. If they win the face-off, the Rockets have to make sure that Greenholtz isn't there to get hit with a home run pass, and they win the face-off and make sure of that. So Greenholtz struggles actually to get out of the box, and she will patriate the bench, and the Islanders now have full strength on their side. Redmond hustles in, and they're going right back on the power play because Leone tripped her. Redmond was trying to walk through the right side. Leone stepped into her. If you step in with the body, that's one thing. If you step in with the stick, that's another, and that's what the call is. So Leone off for the trip with 15:22 left in the game. The Rockets holding a 2-0 lead. This is their third of 3 power plays in the game. They've had them all. Quite a different story from Saturday when the Colonials had the first 6 and the Rockets finally, in the waning minutes, ended up with a couple. Picked off by Reyes. She's going to hustle in, but Bruno's going to hustle back to greet her. So the Islanders, when they've been shorthanded, have had some chances here. Bruno gets pushed down from the back. They kept it legal. It was on the border, but it was legal. Sent through one player, but off the skate, and it goes to the far side. Bruno's going to pick it up. Bruno's just going to keep going until somebody stops her or she decides to dump it, which she does. Nieves up front, tries to block the slap shot. Sent at the net by Fox, but it goes just wide. Comes to the side of the far circle where Bruno gets it, sends it at the net through traffic. Goalie knocked it down, picked up by Nieves, tries to spin and fires it wide. Comes up the near circle. Fox steps in, bunts it for Nieves. They ping-pong it back and forth as Ulrich jumps to the point. Can't keep it in, but Nieves hustles back and will send it to Bruno, who's going to fire it over to Connolly, who's going to get it into the zone. Rockets change behind. They change their defense pair and one of the forwards. Menichello's the forward that stays out there. She's with Ulrich and Connolly, but only for the moment. Reyes comes in, wrist shot. Lacey had to extend all the way to kick that one out. Menichello off the feed from Redmond is going to march in 1-on-2. Now gets joined by Jacobus. Menichello, right down the middle. Menichello shoots, big shoulder save, and she keeps it out of the net. Hope had the right side of the net ticketed, but a big shoulder shrug right there keeps it 2-0 and keeps the power play going. Centered in front, Hansen trying to push her way in, can't do it. Tried the swim move, sent at the net. Sticked wide. Hansen looking. Still looking. She's on the backhand. Spins and reverses it. Jacobus has to come to the half boards to grab it and sends it to Matone, who sends it to the slot for Hansen. Tried to corral it in the slot right at the hash mark. And it was on the backhand. Menichello spins off the boards. Menichello makes her player lose the stick. Goes right at the net. Wrist shot. Pop up. Diving in front and covering it for the face-off is the Islanders goalie. .13-11 left, period 3. Rockets with a 2-0 lead. Menichello and Hansen, the goal scorers. They've had 3 power plays. They haven't converted on them yet. And the Islanders haven't had one. The Rockets did have a penalty, but it was a coincidental minor, so there was no change in strength. It was 5-on-5. Cook down low, was looking for Rizzo or the net. She's with Ulrich. Rizzo bumping over there with Vollard. Cook tries to move it. McGee is going to hustle it out. McGee has Johnson with her. Skates around her, goes right down the middle, finds a couple of Rockets and can't get through. Cook is going to get it. She's going to move it out. Wong pushes her off. It's sent into the Rocket zone where Matone picks it up. Matone takes a look. Ulrich is there. Can't complete the pass. Islanders send it out, but Matone and Redmond decide Kira's going to take it. Wong, near side. She wears the C on the front of her jersey for the Islanders. Wrist shot, well wide. Lacey didn't have to play it. Spinning on the far side is Redmond. Up the boards and out of the zone. It's going to be Nieves. If they force a turnover, they have made a change on the back side, but the Islanders get it out. Wong, she'll skate to the middle of the ice for Vollard, but it's bunted up by Bruno. Rockets skating past it on the change. Bruno has to jump back in and play high up there to get it. Nieves, she'll march in. Nieves lost the handle over there. She was trying to take it through the left circle after faking to the middle. Fox is going to pick this up. Lauren Fox and Wong bump. The loud noise was Wong stick slamming against the boards. It wasn't a hit or a person doing that. Pardo tries to move it in. Connolly gets there first. Vollard knocks it back in. Fox to Connolly. She's going to turn and bank it hard up the boards. Pardo kept it in somehow, just out of picture or maybe in it. Vollard is going to get there. Spin off of the corner. Gets bumped by Fox. Those two will still battle it. Her centering attempt is knocked away by Fox. She gets away with a holding the stick as she just basically rips it out of Fox's hands, but Fox will stay back in the defensive zone and pick it up. Here comes Ulrich. Grace Ulrich over the line on the left side into the left circle. Rockets change behind the play. Ulrich was looking to get it toward the middle, and Connolly was over there to try to help out, but they can't get it. It comes in, a whistle on the offsides as Redmond lost her stick, but in doing so, forced the offside as Calvi couldn't hold up. Ulrich versus Reynolds for the faceoff. Rizzo on the right wing, Menichello on the left. Peck had it for a moment, but Ulrich's going to pick it up. Menichello comes in. She's going to get through one. She's got Rizzo on the other side. Sends it toward the net. Can't complete it. Rizzo grabs it behind the net and sends it to the far corner for Ulrich. Islanders pick it up. Peck up to Reynolds. They'll move it out of the zone. Calvi and Reynolds skating in the same lane practically. Redmond steers her off. And oh boy, they're going to call the penalty. So the Islanders will have their first power play of the game. Reynolds was trying to power up the left wing. Redmond angled her and steered her off, and they called a roughing. So what she did was okay in technique, but I suppose the emphasis of the player getting dumped was the roughing part. So the Islanders get their first power play of the game, trailing 2-0, and Kira Redmond is in the box for a couple of minutes of rest. 10:37 left, period 3 from the Rock in Dunellen, New Jersey. Joe Rizzo glad to bring it to you on an NFL football Sunday, but I assure you none of those games are as exciting as this. McGee redirected by Reynolds and kicked away by Lacey again. battled for on the far side boards. The one rocket is Cook. Centering feed knocked into the glove of Lacey. Looked like it might have hit off of Matone in front, and then Lacey grabbed it with the glove. Jacobus on the dot, Cook in the slot. Reynolds will take the face-off for the Islanders and wins it. Wrist shot through traffic. Lacey saw it and steered it aside. Wrap-around attempt by Reynolds. She fires it wide. It comes to the near side. Jacobus lifts the stick. Gets it past McGee. Jacobus trying to get off to the races. McGee pokes it back. And the Islanders avoid disaster right there. They have to still play their game here. It's not desperation time yet, down by 2. Wrist shot goes wide by Calvi. Peck is going to pick it up on the half boards at the far side. Fox is going to chip it past her. Fox is going to kick it to herself, chip it off the boards. It might be an icing. They wave it off, and it's close. Pardo is going to pick that up. Ulrich was in front, hoping that there was going to be a pass completed, but the Rockets hustle back, and the Islanders change. So with 48 seconds left in the penalty kill, the Rockets have done it pretty well so far. Fox has been everywhere in the penalty kill. Near side boards. Nieves held up a quick break-in. Greenholtz outside, wrist shot. Lacey glove, knocked it away with the glove, dives down and covers it up. Bruno makes sure nobody gets a second whack. Rockets had jumped out to a 22-16 lead in shots. The Islanders have had the last 5 to nearly even it up. 9:01 left in the game. Rockets clinging to a 2-0 lead at the moment because they're shorthanded for 25 more seconds. If they can kill off the rest of the penalty. Rizzo is going to try to out-hustle somebody here. She's got 2 Islanders to beat. Takes a whack at one. And if she went down, that might have been a trip right there, but they forced the play back into the defensive zone. Rizzo and Connolly up front killing it off. Bruno and Matone on the back line. Rockets send it in onside. They've killed off the penalty. Redmond jumps off of the box and onto the bench. Ulrich jumps on for her. Sent in toward the middle by Ulrich. Rizzo was going off for a change, so no connection made there. Menikillo jumps on for Rizzo. It comes to Lacey. She's just going to cover it up and wait for the whistle. Shots even now, 22-22, in a game that's been very even, but the Rockets have the advantage on the scoreboard, 2-0, Menikillo and Hansen. Nieves on the dot. Hansen and Menikillo in the slot, the forwards. Nieves is just going to walk it out, chip it off the boards. Menikillo has speed and Hansen trailing. Menikillo tries to get through one. Backhand pass to Hansen. Shot, score! 3-0 Rockets, 8:05 left. Menikillo broke in. She spun through 2. She makes a perfect blind backhand pass to Hansen, who puts it home from the right side. .05 left. There was some discussion from the officials over there. And Hansen's going into the box. Not sure what the call is. But the Rockets push it to 3-0. So Hansen gets the goal, but now she's in the box. It's 2 minutes. He's saying, making some motion. The referee is saying she tapped the stick or something. I'm not sure. So it's some kind of, I suppose, some kind of unsportsmanlike conduct. So the Rockets will have another power play to kill off. Redmond hustles in. Redmond shorthanded. Backhander. Loose in front off one save and couldn't get it through. She got the pads on it. Menikillo sends it toward the net but can't get it through traffic. The Rockets are shorthanded here and they're playing like they have a power play up until this moment. Wong picks it up. She'll skate through the circle, hit the brakes, and go to the outside of the circle. One-timer by McGee. Redirected, but Lacey gets the stick on it and covers it up. So a strange turn of events, at one moment fortuitous for the Rockets, at the other not so. So Hansen scores the goal from Menichello and then is sent to the box for some type of infraction. It looked like he said maybe she tapped the stick afterward. It didn't look like anything unsavory, but if the ref says it, then that's what we got to go by. So the Rockets will be killing off 149 more of a penalty, but they do have the 3-goal edge now. Nieves and Menichello, the forwards. Fox and Bruno on D. Reynolds, Peck, and Calvi up front for the Isles. Smith and Cardo left D to right D. Reynolds on the dot. She almost scored off of a face-off earlier at the opposite end in the second period. She tipped it forward to herself and found an open lane and ripped off a wrist shot there. She's going to try to win it on the backhand this time. She wins it so decisively that it splits Cardo and Smith, and Nieves now can forecheck and try to force a turnover. Peck in front of her own boards, over to Reynolds, up to Calvi. They'll gain the zone on the power play with 1:18 to work, and the Rockets looking to keep that 0 on the Islanders' ledger. Fox, 34 against 34, Peck. Peck sent it to the point, and it gets past Smith, who has to retreat to her own slot. Ulrich jumps out there. She's with Connolly up front. Fox and Bruno on D. Fox again. She's not registered in the scoring, but for my money has been the player of the game among skaters, and of course Emma Lacey in goal. But it's been a spirited effort up and down the lineup for the Rockets, but Fox notably has been spectacular. Matone. Ulrich off the chip. Ulrich shorthanded for 30 more seconds. Finds an open spot and dumps it. Pursues passively, as does Connolly. So they'll get set up to kill in the offensive zone and hustle back in the defensive zone. 3 Rockets to 2 Islanders. Reynolds is one of the Islanders. Wrist shot, sharp angle, kicked away. Reynolds picks up her own rebound. Spins around the net. Centers for Calvi, couldn't get it clean. McGee's going to jump in. McGee, wrist shot, saved by Lacey, and she holds on. The penalty expires, and the Rockets have killed it off. 6:03 left, period 3, 3-0 for the Rockets. Nieves on the dot, Rizzo and Cook in the slot, the forwards. Bruno and Fox on D. Greenholtz in the dot for the Isles, wins it to McGee, 17-18. Slapper, Greenholtz tried to redirect it, but she redirected it into Fox. Who else? Played with in the far side corner, bumping Greenholtz and Bruno and Johnson. It comes to the slot, a Rockets there, it's Fox. Greenholtz behind the D, point blank shot, and the glove saved by Lacey, to the delight of her bench. Emma Vezina. Emma Lacey, spectacular today. Referee skates all the way down to the opposite end. I'm not sure why they are moving the face-off there. And I guess Greenholtz is going to take a penalty here. I didn't see what it was. Maybe it was... there was some pushing and shoving earlier with Bruno. It looked like Greenholtz got the stick up on Bruno, but they didn't have the hand raised at that moment. And all of the players are on the wrong side of the ice for the face-off, and now they will be directed to the opposite side. Their dinner plan's intact. Probably not with each other, but that's not always the way it goes. Jerry Milani on this stream, and he's the one who gave Emma Lacey the nickname Emma Vezina, so credit to him. The Caldwell University play-by-play man and good friend of mine. Rockets on the power play. Nieves up front with Cook and Rizzo. Nieves tries to corral that puck. That one's sent out. It tipped off of Bruno's stick, so the Rockets will have to retrieve it. Lacey all the way up to Rizzo. If she could put this one right in the net, Lacey gets the assist. Riz goes wide, looking to center it for somebody. Gets cross-checked down there. And the Rockets are going to have a 5-on-3. They still have the puck. They can put it in here on the delayed penalty. In front, Cook! Shot! Oh, the whistle blew as the Islander got a piece of it. So Rizzo draws the cross check right there. 5-on-3. She seems to be okay. One particular play-by-play announcer quite interested in the fate of number 13. And McGee will go off for the cross check. So a minute 25 of 5-on-3 action with the Rockets up 3-0. Lacey's been spectacular at the other end, but this would really salt it away if the Rockets could put one home. Islanders will have 3 out there. Diorio Reyes will take the face-off. Cardo and Smith on D. Hansen will take it for the Rockets and on the dot. Menichello in the slot. Ulrich on the near side wing. Redmond, who's running in place. Does anybody love the game more than Kira? She's on right D. Matone on left D. They'll cheat it. I hear Coach Jacobus clapping, and I wasn't really looking over there. I was focused on the bench. The referee is over at the scorer's table with Anthony Matone and Bob Ulrich, and they are, I believe, going to call that a major. So that would put the Rockets on the power play for all but 4 seconds remaining in the game. The first 85 seconds of that would be a 5-on-3. At which time Greenholtz would allowed to get back on the ice. Now they do put up 2 minutes, so I was wrong. I thought I heard somebody saying 5 minutes, but it's 2. So, and the referee went inside to make sure that it was the case. We gave you the lineups. There's 3 Islanders out there because they have 2 in the box. Matone kicks it forward after she lost the handle. Between the points, they can't keep it there, to the delight of the Islanders bench. Redmond hustling back. The Islanders will have to think offensively despite being short of manpower on the ice. Matone will take her time. This is a power play for the Rockets, but if they just keep the score where it is for the next couple of minutes, minute 30 at this point of power play time overall, 52 seconds of 5-on-3 time, then they'll still be in control. Menichello wrist shot on the Islander logo and covered before Hansen could get her stick on. 43 seconds left in the 5-on-3, 17 and 18 in the box. Greenholtz and McGee for the Islanders. 3-0 Rockets, 1 by Menichello and then subsequently 2 by Hansen. Nieves on the dot, Rizzo on the near wing, Connolly in the slot. Fox on the point on the left. Bruno shovels it between the points at the net but wide. Smith picks it up, 3-on-5, but Rizzo and Nieves combined to just get possession of it. Now Connolly is going to help out. She'll send it past Riz to Cece. Nieves back to Rizzo. Back to the near side point for Fox, and Fox will hustle down. Referee hustles down to put the net back on. What a play by the referee. He's the weak side ref. Sent through the slot. Rizzo in front. Oh, she just missed it. Maybe there was a save there. She tried to shove it in. 9 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Fox, she'll take it around the end of the net. Connolly stands sentry, but on the offensive side. And there is going to be a penalty. I think it is going to be on Fox. That is going to negate the rest of the 34 seconds left in the lone power play because the penalty to Greenholtz expired as that happened. So the Islanders kill off the 5-on-3. They'll play 4-on-4 for 34 seconds. They'll have a face-off in the offensive zone. And in 34 seconds, McGee will be allowed to exit the box and they'll have a power play for about a minute and a half. Rockets win the face-off and Redmond hustles it out. 4-on-4 hockey. Kira Redmond gets around Smith. Low angle shot goes over the net. She got to the low angle right there in front of the net. Oh, that one redirected by Smith, but covered up in front. 3:18 left in the game. Rockets holding a 3-0 lead. It's not over yet, folks, because they're 4-on-4 for 14 seconds and then a minute 27 of power play time for the Islanders. So if they can score on that power play to get back within 2, you have to believe they're still within striking distance with a minute and change left. Cook in the corner. Now the Rockets are shorthanded. Cook and Ulrich up front, Bruno and Redmond on D. Islanders moving around to the near side as Ulrich slips and falls in the middle. She's going to get razzed when her friends see that on the replay. Ulrich. Cook will hustle off. Ulrich is going to rag that puck and just try to kill time. If Clint Black were here, he would say this killing time is killing me, and he would be wearing an Islanders jersey because they don't want that time killed. They want to score. Shot by Smith, knocked down by the shin pads of Connolly, and Connolly's just going to keep skating it out. Connolly up the wing on the near side. Connolly gets through one. Connolly down low, leaves it in front. It's loose, pushed at, one pad save. Cleared away by Smith, and Nieves was over there too, trying to pound it home. Matone with 30 seconds left in the penalty kill. Sends it along the dasher. Connolly will try to tie up her player. Nieves, Connolly. Now it's sent out by Leon. Patlin is going to hustle after it, but Matone's going to beat her there. The Islanders change behind the play. Leon tries to center it, but hits Patlin in the skates with it. It comes to the point. There's McGee. She tries to send it in. Can't get it through. Still battling, and now Nieves gets it out. Rizzo up front with Ulrich. They've killed it off. There's a minute 33 left. And now the third forward, Menichello, jumps out there. Matone chips it forward. Rizzo trying to chip it past. Can't quite get there. Oh, she was looking to spring Ulrich. Ulrich had Pardo to beat. That one sent down, no icing, a minute 15 left. The Rockets are going to, barring an absolute, complete meltdown, are going to put this one in the win column and go to 8-2. 2-0 against the Islanders, who fight them hard, tooth and nail, from the drop of the puck until the final whistle. This is good hockey to watch, folks. This is good hockey at the U19 AA level. Menichello up for Rizzo, but it's called offside. Not sure who was. Looked like Ulrich and Rizzo were there, but they'll complete their final shift of the game in all likelihood. And with 47.6 seconds left, they'll face it off at center ice. Nieves on the dot, Cook near side, Connolly far side. Goes into the Islander zone. McGee waits. Looked like she was trying to draw some Rockets in so she could send it forward, but Peck had to retreat into her own end. Sent at the net blindly and kicked out just at the last moment. A seeing eye single is the way you describe that one in baseball terms. It just kept getting all the way through, and the goalie saw it at the last possible moment and stuck the left skate out there. She's kept this one close. Sent through neutral ice with 10 seconds. Isles will skate it in, but not get it all the way in. Cook will send it in. It will go on net, be steered aside. 3 seconds left, 2-1. That will do it. And the Rockets move to 8-2 for the season and 2-1 over the weekend with a 3-0 win over the New York Islanders. And there's the celebration as they mob Emma Lacey. I'm sure somebody's going to be politicking for a Dairy Queen trip as a result of the clean sheet for the goaltender. And what better way to spend a Sunday than watching our girls play hockey? Your daughter, your granddaughter, your niece, your friend, your sister, if you're watching live, or if you're watching on demand, you. Could be you that's watching yourself. In any case, we are very glad that you joined us today. We'll be back, I think it's just one game next weekend. And the following weekend after that, I think there's 3. So that will do it from Rock Ice, the RSG Arena at Dunellen now officially, but we still call it Rock Ice, and we're probably always going to do that. So that's good. Final score, 3-0 Rockets. Emma Lacey, you see right there with the shutout. Hope Minichello with the first goal, Francesca Hansen with the final 2. And for this guy's money, I'm giving my first star to this young lady right here, wearing number 34, Lauren Fox. The goaltender has to share it, but for skaters, it was Foxy for me today. That's going to do it from RSG Arena once again. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button and the alerts button, and no matter which side you're from, and we know we had some fans from the Islanders side in this one, you'll get updates and alerts, and you can go back through the archive and find some past games between these two teams at different levels. Or if you're a Rocket supporter and you want to flip through the archives, you're welcome to do that as well. There is Coach Bob Connolly and head coach Jeremy Jacobus now walking off the ice. Once again, the final score from Dunellen, Rockets 3, Islanders nothing. This is Joe Rizzo. Thanks again for watching New Jersey Rockets.